Internet Explorer 8, again, is a major release for Internet Explorer. It's a platform level release, which is to say that there's a lot of stuff that's been done under the hood in the core bits and pieces of the browser that make it much more reliable. Any tab that has an issue, if that tab happens to crash, the rest of the browser window isn't affected. Our updates as it relates to web standards, the core layout of the web, the web page is going to be rendered in standards that are consistent across multiple web browsers that are available today on the market. The consumer feedback was central to the core design of the product. Before we wrote a single line of code, we went out and had conversations with consumers and IT professionals and developers, our OEM partners worldwide. We also took a lot of data that was instrumented in the product to understand how people are actually using the browser on a quantitative or analytical basis. And what this allowed us to do is to make core feature decisions in the product as it relates to navigation. There are certainly more choices in the browser world today. There's a lot of options that the user has in terms of what browser they want to use. I also see a lot going on in terms of the way content is used within the browser. We talked just a moment ago about how privacy impacts the user, giving the user both the visibility and control over who they choose to share their personal information with, and how the browser enables them to control what it remembers about their browsing session. So all of these things together say to me that the browser landscape is going to be one in which there are certainly multiple choices that are available to users, and one in which the web becomes and web browsing becomes a central and core experience of computing. So it's not just that I am using the browser more on my PC, which is absolutely happening. It's that I'm expecting more of it. So I expect that it's going to be more reliable. I expect that the browser is going to keep me secure. I expect that the browser is going to protect my privacy. All of these things are indicative of the fact that our digital lives are today a reflection of our real lives. You know, for instance, Beat TV. If Beat TV wanted to, I could get my video blog delivered to me directly in a web slice, and that could be in Silverlight, it could be in Flash, it could be whatever technology you choose. But I could just take those snapshots, and rather than have to go back to Beat again and again, I could get that video delivered to me, and I could click through from that web slice into Beat's core web experience and then learn more. And so this is really an invitation to users to watch and monitor and be updated about the content they care about most, and then to increase the engagement from the business side with those properties that are most important to them in their lives.